When me and my family were in New York City last week, we had this really cool experience that involved an unexpected visit to a chess shop in Lower Manhattan. So my wife's really good friend from high school, he moved to New York City right after high school and now lives there with his husband, and they produce Broadway musicals. And most recently, they're behind the revival of Caroline or Change, which is Tony nominated for Best Revival. I also produced Musical the Musical and a musical about Star Wars. So Michael, we ended up touring Lower Manhattan with him. He had the weekend off. It was Memorial Day weekend. And one of the things that he took us to, well, we went out to dinner and then we're walking towards Washington Square Park. And on the way there, he says, does anybody in your family play chess? Did any of you play chess? And so that's how we ended up in this little chess shop in Lower Manhattan. And I want to share a really cool thing that happened, kind of inspiring, and maybe tie in some marketing lessons with that too. So let's dive in.
These are the proven direct response marketing, copywriting, and entrepreneurship success strategies you can use today to write your own ticket and create the life you want. I am Roy Furr, and this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Now, here's today's breakthrough.
All right, today's episode, as usual, is sponsored by me, Roy Furr. And I'm going to link you to a special promotion I'm doing for Hot Seat Copy Reviews. This is a special call that I do once a month for my BTMSinsiders members. And as I'm hitting publish on this, it's tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's June 9th, 2022. You can check it out later, and you can always sign up to be BTMSinsiders. And that is it's a benefit of membership where basically you can submit copy ahead of time, and I will review copy on this group call and give you direct feedback on the copy. And it's yet another awesome benefit of BTMSinsiders membership. The link is in the description. Okay, so we're wandering around Lower Manhattan, and Michael says, hey, any of you guys play chess? And he says, if you do, there's this really cool chess shop. It's kind of a hole in the wall place, but I think you'll like to go there. And the place is called the Chess Forum. And, he directs us down these streets, and suddenly we're there. We walk in, and there's all these amazing like hand carved chess sets, wood and different types of stone, everything. But then if you go around the corner, kind of behind the retail area, there's a bunch of tables set up. And the deal is that if you're an adult, you pay $5 per half hour to play, and there's chessboard, chess pieces, timers, everything. It's $1 for seniors, and kids can play free. And we had 3 kids in the crowd, and basically the owner just recruited us and said, hey, anybody want to play some chess? And it was cool. My son was actually in chess club. He's in junior high now, but he was in chess club in kindergarten in his elementary school, and enjoys playing chess, and never feels like, anybody in the family really engages with him at the level of competition that he wants. So he got to sit down and he played with, I don't know, I'm going to say he was sitting at a table with a master, but certainly mastery is relative. Maybe the guy wasn't a chess master, or certainly probably not a grandmaster. I don't know. But he was a lot of steps ahead of me, of my wife, and even the owner. Since it was a fairly quiet night, the owner was there standing over the table for a bunch of the game. And they're just sitting there, and my son is playing against this guy. And what was really incredible about this experience was all the lessons that you can only learn when you are playing the game, when you're in the middle of things, when you're getting direct feedback. So my son would go to make a move, and I wouldn't know if it was the best move or not. I enjoy chess, but I'm not like that level of strategy about it. So I wouldn't know that it was the best move or not. And either the guy he was playing against or the owner, they clearly knew each other well. They might have both been involved in ownership. I don't know. But the guy that he was playing against would say, no, what you need to do is you need to find an attack move, because you have a great move that you could make right now that would be a strong, aggressive attack move. And if you do that move, it's going to put me in a disadvantaged situation. And he'd provide all these little suggestions for improvement along the way. And so then he would challenge my son to think about it, and my son would have to like look at the board and say, oh, if I move that, if I move the bishop there, then suddenly there's a decision that he has to make about defending his queen or taking the bishop, but then sacrificing the queen or whatever. And so it was all of these little suggestions that he was getting to improve. And I know that those lessons started to stick, like even just being in that game, even just having a few minutes playing against this person who is great and who is giving him very kind and positive feedback. Like all of that, it has a big lasting effect, even though it's maybe only some tiny percentage of his total chess playing life. And that's the power of direct feedback. That's the power of getting direct feedback in whatever it is that you are doing from somebody who is a bunch of steps ahead of you. So for example, there's these hot seat copy reviews that I've been doing once a month for my BTMS Insiders members. I do private copy reviews for private clients where certainly pay a lot more than the monthly fee for BTMS Insiders, but I do these private copy reviews where I go through your copy an hour beforehand and then an hour like on a phone call, and we just dive in and we work to make it better. We find every opportunity to make it convert better. And even I have my CopyMentor copywriter coaching where I'll work with you over an extended period of time. And I can link to all of this in the description. But the consistency across these things and the consistency behind some of my biggest improvements as a copywriter is in those moments of getting direct feedback. So like working with people like Mark Ford and Clayton Makepeace, and I've had Dan Kennedy review my copy and David Deutsch, and I'm totally going to miss a bunch of people. But all of these incredible people whose names you recognize and others who I haven't mentioned probably because you wouldn't recognize their names, who gave me feedback on my copy along the way where I was getting this direct feedback. And maybe it was just a few minutes. Like my work with Mark Ford was very limited, but I still very much internalized the lessons from those copy reviews, and it transformed the way that I wrote copy forever. Just like my son playing chess with this guy at the chess forum in Lower Manhattan probably transforms the way he plays chess forever. And my other son got to play with another person who happened to be a customer, but came and had kind of a similar attitude of feedback and teaching and all of that. And it was clear that there's this culture of like people picking up the people who are, I want to say under them or behind them, just in terms of total experience, and bringing people forward. And it was really incredible to be able to witness this. And I was grateful that we had this opportunity and landed kind of randomly at this little chess shop in Lower Manhattan, which apparently is like kind of a one-of-a-kind place, and celebrities and chess grandmasters and all sorts of people play there when they visit New York City. And it was just a really special moment to be able to see this thing happening that I'm a part of in copywriting, but to see it happening for my son in the context of chess. And so I thought I would share that story and just tell you that it is worth finding opportunities. Whether it's from me or from somebody else, it's worth finding opportunities to get direct feedback on whatever skill you want to improve, including copywriting. And so if you want to check out hot seat copy reviews or the private copy reviews that I do, or even my CopyMentor mentorship and coaching program for copywriters, certainly check out the links in the description, because having opportunities like that and seizing them when they are available can make a huge difference in your skills and abilities going forward. Even though it is just some short experience in your life, it can have a lifelong impact. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Every day in every episode, I'm here trying to help you increase your marketing genius, including when that involves reaching out to me or to other people to get direct feedback. And, there is a limitation to what I can actually do in creating content that's designed for an entire audience, whether it's these videos or my training or my books or anything like that. There is an X factor that comes from that direct interaction and that direct feedback on what you are doing, where you're at right now, that cannot be replicated and cannot be packaged up in some kind of, recorded training. And so I would encourage you to check out those opportunities. All right, so that's it. And hopefully I have increased your marketing genius just a little bit here, and I will catch you again in the next episode. See you soon.
Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.